Boots. Boots. Alright, welcome back to Not a Weird Podcast. This is episode 4. We just, literally laughed our asses off trying to do that intro, so I hope you guys enjoyed. Happy New Year. Holy shit.
2024, dude. 2024.
So, I'm starting to realize that my main focus, content-wise this year is probably going to be the podcast. It does really well, and, I enjoy doing that. I enjoy doing gaming content, but editing-wise, like this, I enjoy editing a lot more than gameplay.
You get to piss yourself while you watch back everything
It takes me, I record gameplay, and then I'll keep it for, 3 months, and then I'll be like, oh, shit, yeah, I should probably edit that and post that. And then I'll get around to it occasionally if I have the time, but I'm more focused on getting the podcast stuff done, so I think 2024 is going to be a year full of a lot of podcast episodes. We'll probably do more live stuff. We're growing in subscribers, so I know once we'll probably do a live one day. We'll be able to do a live one day from here. If we could probably use your hotspot for that.
Yeah.
And we can do a live just sitting here. And then once we hit 50, we can do mobile live podcasts from the actual channel, and we'll go do fun stuff together. We'll talk about random shit like always.
I think the only live podcast that we've actually done, I would say it went fairly nice.
Yeah.
It was fairly well. It wasn't bad. And more so the part that, we unfortunately weren't able to get a lot of people in, or just even maybe one, because we were having issues with it being private for some people for some reason when it wasn't. So.
And another thing that was the problem is that it wasn't on the main YouTube page. So because we didn't have 50 subscribers, but we're getting there. We're at 14 now, so
it's not bad, honestly.
It's not bad. And I think that it's been doing pretty well, so...
Double-digit numbers, we hitting them.
And our videos, we haven't posted a lot, but we've got decent views. We got more views than my gaming stuff does, so I think that
TikTok seems to be doing pretty well, too.
Yeah, I do need to make more TikToks. It's just been a little bit of a hassle.
Our Instagram's been doing pretty well. You guys should follow that.
We'll put the Instagram up here, and then... the TikTok, and of course you guys have the page if you're already here.
Yeah.
Unless
you just find us. Unless you just found us randomly.
Yeah, if you found us. I'm a little bit. This is Terry, and this is our podcast, and we've enjoyed. This is episode 4, and we've enjoyed doing every episode. I think that it's been a lot of fun. It gives us something to look forward to.
It does. And it's funny to watch back.
It really is funny. It cracks me up. I think we get more enjoyment watching ourselves than anyone else. Any other body? What does that even mean?
Any other being. Any other species.
Today I have one topic that will probably take us most of the podcast. We've been looking forward to this because we had a major technical difficulty last recording, because this was supposed to be on episode 3, and it stopped recording because my screen went to sleep. And we had a full-blown conversation about this topic, and it was a good conversation. It was complete improv because I blindsided her with this conversation, and it didn't get recorded. So this is going to be a little more stage-like, but I do have something that she hasn't seen yet that I'm going to discuss that is on that topic, and she's been looking forward to hearing that for a while.
I have my topic too that I got with you.
She has hers. And we do have one more thing from the Discord.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
nice. We love it when you guys send questions in the Discord. So if y'all haven't already been, or how does it work in Discord? Do you subscribe or you just kind of like join in?
You join. So I will put a link in the description, and you guys can join the Discord from there. Drop in, say hi, and then we'll kind of direct you from there. I have a feeling that the podcast is going to take over a lot of the Discord, but I share it with someone else that also does streaming. So I do still do a lot of gaming. So if you guys want to game, we can game together. If you guys have PC, I can do a lot of PC gaming. She does mostly console gaming, so she can do all the other cool stuff that I can't do. So
PS5.
Hit her up on Fortnite.
Add my Fortnite Epic Games name. It's Deadpool _lover 20.
If you haven't seen it, go back and watch the other episode and you'll see what we're laughing about. Yeah, it's a little inside joke from the last episode.
Oh my gosh.
But the topic today is life a simulation? Are we living in a simulation? Are there glitches? Are there other dimensions? Are we in a are you a part of my simulation, or am I a part of yours? Are you real? So, I'm going to kick it off with the story. There is a Reddit story called A Parallel Life, Awoken by a Lamp. Okay?
Okay.
And I will read you the exact Reddit post. And we'll go from there. And we'll see what you think on the topic, and then I'm gonna read the whole thing, and then we'll comment on it after. Okay?
Go for it. Gotcha.
So, says, my last semester at a certain college, I was assaulted by a football player for walking where he was trying to drive. Note, he was 325 pounds, I was 120. While unconscious on the ground, I lived a different life. I met a wonderful young lady. She made my heart skip and my face red. I pursued her for months and dispatched a few jerk boyfriends before... dispatched a few jerk boyfriends before I finally won her over. After 2 years, we got married, and almost immediately she bore me a daughter. I'm assuming. I
brought you a daughter?
I'm reading exactly what it says, and I'm not really good with, like, grammar and English. I had a great job, and my wife didn't have to work outside of the house. When my daughter was 2, my wife, bore me a son. My son was the joy of my life. I would walk into his room every morning before I left for work and dotted on him and my daughter. I don't know what that means. I'm stupid.
I wonder if bore means like it's another word for birthed. Like you birthed my son, you birthed my daughter.
One day while sitting on the couch, I noticed that the perspective of the lamp was odd, like inverted. It was still in 3D, but just wrong. It was a square lamp base, red with gold trim on 4 legs and a white square shade. I was transfixed. I couldn't look away from it. I stayed up all night staring at it. The next morning I didn't go to work. Something was just not right about the lamp. I stopped eating. I left the couch only to use the bathroom at first. Soon I stopped that too, as I wasn't eating or drinking. I stared at that effing lamp for 3 days before my wife got really worried. She had someone come and try to talk to me. By this time, my cognizance was breaking up, and my wife was freaking out. She took the kids to her mother's house just before I had my epiphany. The lamp is not real. The house is not real. My wife, my kids, none of that is real. The last 10 years of my life are not fucking real. The lamp started to grow wider and deeper. It was still inverted dimensions. It took up my entire perspective, and all I could see was red. I heard voices, screams, all kinds of weird noises, and I became aware of pain. A fucking shit ton of pain. The first words I said were, "I'm missing teeth," and opened my eyes. I was laying on my back on the sidewalk, surrounded by people that I didn't know. Lots were freaking out. I was completely confused. At some point, a cop scooped me up, dragged/walked me across the sidewalk and grass and threw my face down in the back of a cop car. I was still confused. I was taken to the hospital by the cop. Seems he didn't want to wait for the ambulance to arrive. I get CT scans and shit. And I went through about 3 years of horrid depression. I was grieving the loss of my wife and children and dealing with the knowledge that they never existed. I was scared that I was going insane, as I would cry myself to sleep, hoping I would see her in my dreams. I never have, but sometimes I see my son, usually just a glimpse out of my peripheral vision. He is perpetually 5 years old, and I can never hear what he says. So, the man lived an entire life that he felt was completely real. So what if we're doing the same thing, is my question. So he was knocked unconscious on the ground, and while unconscious, in a very short period of time in real life, he lived out 3 years in his alternate reality, simulation, whatever you want to call it. And the moment that he realized that he was things were not real was all due to some simple glitch. The lamp not looking normal. He had to grieve the loss of his wife and children because it felt so real. So what if we are literally in one right now? What if we're unconscious on the sidewalk somewhere and we have just been living this crazy ass dream?
It would be interesting to say the least. But what if this man was in a coma this whole time and he had no idea?
But he was on the sidewalk when he woke up. He was knocked unconscious.
What the fuck?
On the sidewalk.
What if he's schizophrenic? What if they knocked schizophrenia into him?
Is that a thing? Can you do that?
I don't know. I don't know if
is
you can
schizophrenia can brain damage cause schizophrenia?
I'm not sure. I don't know if that's like a something that's passed down the line, family.
Recent evidence suggests that traumatic brain injuries may be one such trigger of schizophrenia.
What if he was just schizophrenic the whole time? What if the whole time he's just schizophrenic? And the weirdest part to me is like, if he pictured all this, like he physically felt these things for his wife and his kids.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds like he's physically been like involved, like he's been able to touch them, exist with them. But a part of me wants to say this sounds like a schizophrenia story. Like, what if he just got knocked out and had like a and it felt like time was going by slow, but it wasn't. And he was knocked out for like maybe 5 minutes.
Yeah, so
or like 3 minutes, or however long his life was with his wife and kids. But
3 years.
What if he was knocked out for 3 minutes, and that those 3 minutes were 3 years that he just had like I don't know. But they did a CT scan on him. They did a CT scan on him. I feel like you would see some kind of not brainwave. You should
injury.
See, an injury or something. Especially if you got knocked out on the sidewalk and your head hits the concrete, there's got to be something. They would notice something, I feel like. So if that was if it is a simulation, what do you think outside of Earth? Like, what do you think about Earth? Like, what about the universe? Do you think all that's not? Would you think that's not real? Like, if you were to go up,
that's not real.
Well, not real, but like, do you think do you think everything that's above us is just a part of? It's just a dome that we're stuck in. Like,
so I'm trying to explain this in a way that makes sense. So the question that I really had was, like, what if what happened to him where he, like, got knocked out and he was passed out for, like, a couple minutes, but he lived 3 years of life in his unconscious mind. What if that is happening right now? Like, it felt so real to him. All this feels real to us. Like, this is so real to us. But what if tomorrow we woke up and it was, all that shit was a lie? Like I was a lie. Like, you woke up and I didn't really exist
anymore.
I didn't exist anymore. We didn't know each other.
It wasn't a thing. It wasn't real. It never
Bit.
existed. What? Oh, shit. My bad. What if a little bit never existed?
Yeah.
Like, I go through my phone and you're not in there anymore.
Yeah.
Like, all your social media is
all
gone.
of our pictures together, gone.
Yeah, gone.
So what if, like, how crazy would that be? Now, I'm going to look at shit differently.
I don't
now.
know.
I'm going to look at shit differently now. I'm going to be like, is that real?
Like, I've never really had a moment in my life where I had to question if this is real. Like, if this is real.
You've never had that?
I don't think I really have ever questioned
What?
Reality. Like, this might just be this. In my head, I'm thinking. Well, you also have to think from a religious standpoint too.
I know.
So we're not gonna get deep into that part because that's something that can be talked about later. But
why my hair looking like an anime character?
ooh woo,
Look at it.
damn. Okay. Zaddy quit. God. But if this is a simulation, okay, so outside of a simulation, what would we be? Like,
that's a good question.
What would we be? Like,
what if I'm not bit?
Yeah. Well, yeah. What if I'm wearing a headset?
What if I look different?
What if it looks like an Oculus, like wearing an Oculus thingy, and it's just this the whole
time?
Dude,
episode of Black Mirror. The episode of Black Mirror where he was in the simulation, he got paid to be in there, and he was in it, and he, like, thought that everything was real, and then his phone went off, and he, like, kept trying to answer his phone, and he couldn't, and then he finally answered it, and he woke up. He woke up from his simulation.
Holy shit. Yeah. Well, that's what I'm, like, okay, so if that's the case,
I'm not saying that, like, religion is not a thing, obviously.
Oh, no, yeah.
Outside of the simulation, everything could be like it is now, but different.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Like, there could still be that.
This is just a different this is another dimension that I'm in.
Pretty much.
Basically.
But, dude, I've had incidences where I'm like, there is something that is not right here. Like, I will have been like, where? I'm going to try to find an example. I'm just going to use my phone as an example. I'll be like, where's my phone? And I have looked on this desk 3 times. I've torn my room apart. And then I come back, like, after giving up looking for it. And then it's right where I was looking.
Sounds haunted?
I love that that's the first thing that you go to. My mind is like, there's a glitch.
I'm thinking there's a ghost.
There's a glitch. Now, I do also believe in glitches in, like, dimensions, because I've seen some things that are kind of, like, am I seeing a ghost, or am I seeing something that's, like,
what if
same place, same time?
What if ghosts are actually not ghosts, and they're actually people from different
other dimensions
that just kind of, like, glitched in ours on accident? Oh my god.
That's what I'm saying. So, I was...
No offense to, like, dead people, like, the spiritual world.
This is all a debate.
Yes.
Open-minded people only.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
But yeah, now that I think about it, like, these old ass, there's like 1,800 people that be popping up, 1,700 people that be popping up, wearing like their little white dresses, and their little top hats, and their little mustache.
One time, I was walking. This was several years ago. She made cookies. Oh, okay. So several years ago, I am 25 now. I was 19 at the time, and I had just walked out of the store. This area was empty. It's a school town. You could let me finish my story. Just trying to leave for cookies, man. I'm trying to tell a story.
If y'all knew what her stepmom made tonight, you'd understand. And every damn night she cooks.
So I walk out of the store. It's a dead town at this time, because it's like a college town, and at the moment school is in, and it's middle of the day, so like nobody's out and about. It's like a couple of little stores that are open.
Where are you
And
again?
I'm not gonna specify where I was.
Oh shit! I'm curious because I'm nosy. I want to go there now.
But I walked out of the store, and I was going to go cross like a little like walkway going over the road, and I saw what I swear, I promise I'm not schizophrenic. I promise that I don't see things all the time. This was something that like just one time thing that I saw. I swear I saw a clown at the end of the sidewalk on the very, very end. And I was like, almost like it standing at the end of the thing. And then a car went by and it was gone.
Nope. Mm-mm.
Nope.
I would have ran my ass away. Nope.
I've only seen things like something weird, like catching a glimpse of something like twice. And that time was the first time I'd ever seen something like that. And it definitely threw me for a loop. The second time was another trip that I took to Savannah, Georgia. And that place is haunted. That place is real, real haunted. And I don't know if it's glitches in the simulation and people from that time era are just popping in. But I'm pretty sure I saw something. I
like a live
want to go back
go to Savannah,
so
Georgia,
bad.
stay the night in a haunted hotel, live broadcast
Dude,
haunted.
They have a haunted bar there, and like there's a hotel above it, and you can stay in that.
Dude,
where a chick jumped out the window.
We're coming for you, Savannah, Georgia.
That is our goal. We're gonna come to Savannah, Georgia. We're gonna
do a live podcast all night.
Ooh.
Even when we're sleeping, you gonna see us fucking sleep.
Ooh.
And you could
we
see.
make good money like that. We can make good money like that.
Oh, that's true. There's some weirdos that be coming in and watching people sleep.
Hey,
but
they're gonna pay to watch me. You can hear me snore.
We don't.
All right, you want to go get you a cookie?
I brought 3 in case you get one. They're nice.
Oh wait, what kind of are they? I want the Christmas tree one.
You can have that one. The other ones are peanut butter, I think. Cookies. Delicioso.
Oh, I also thought about another thing that we talked about today. I don't know if I can use the word that I want to use, but what if... So we're in vet med. We work in veterinary medicine, and there's been an increase in rabies in the past 2 years. It has been crazy. Actually, within the past, 6 months, 6-7 months, it has spiked.
Up, yeah.
So, vaccinate your animals.
Yeah.
We were talking about, what if there was a major outbreak and rabies became a major concern, like said incident that happened 3 years ago. Vet med would thrive.
Oh yeah.
We would be living.
We'd be
all
rich.
of you people that made fun of us for choosing to work with animals instead of working with humans, and people that are like, y'all don't get paid enough to do the things that you do, you'd be like, please help me survive, because we would be thriving.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Our immune system, because we deal with a lot of gross stuff.
Yeah.
And we know how to deal with rabies, so.
Yeah. It if anything, we told you so.
Yeah, we told you. Vaccinate your animals. Mm-hmm. And if we tell you to quarantine, frickin' quarantine, okay? Quarantine your animals.
And if you don't know what quarantine means, it means to shut off that freaking animal for a period of time. Uno solo.
You can...
No interaction.
You can feed it, you can give it water, and you can make sure that it's urinating and defecating. But don't go in there and love on it. Because if you get bit, then you gotta go to the doctor. And if you come in contact with anybody else after you get bit, then they got to go to the doctor too. And it's a bad
And once
cycle.
you start showing symptoms of rabies, that's it. I mean, there's really...
Yeah, because we looked it up.
Yeah.
The incubation period can take up to 2 months before you start showing symptoms. And by then, you're done.
It's over, yeah.
And
unless you know for a fact that the animal... Even if you don't know for a fact, even then, if you just still do the treatment by itself is hell of expensive.
Yeah.
So fucking expensive, y'all. I can't even fathom spending that much money on... Not only is it just one treatment, you have to have multiple treatments. Injections, I believe.
Yes.
But it's the fact that it's so expensive, plus it's... you don't have rabies. No.
Do you want to go back out? Is that what it is?
You want out? Okay. Yeah, just vaccinate your pets, please.
Yeah.
For the sake of us and everybody else around you. It's not fair that y'all are being, y'all as in the ones that don't do it, being some bitches.
Here are our rules as people in VetMed. We don't bring this up often on this podcast, so there's a reason, because we work in it every day. We try. You know what? We could use this. We could use this to send some messages. And you know what? Right now, it's going to be one of the messages. Ready? Spay and neuter your dogs.
Yep.
Stop trying to breed. There's too many. There's too many breeders.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't know what you're doing. And you're driving us crazy, okay? You're breeding these animals that don't need to be bred. And there's too many of them.
Appreciate it a lot.
Shelters would appreciate it. Adopt a freaking animal, okay? You
They're already fixed.
You don't need a doodle. You don't need a purebred dachshund. You don't need a purebred pit bull. Do you know how many... there's purebred pit bulls at the shelter. Go to the shelter.
Mm-hmm.
Spay and neuter your animals and stop breeding. You're not a breeder.
And microchip.
And microchip your freaking animals. No, you cannot track them. It's not a tracker. And no, the government's not trying to find you with our microchips.
Yeah. We just want to make sure your pets are safe.
We just want to make sure that if a good citizen picks up your pet and takes it to the vet or to the shelter and they scan it, it gets back to you and it doesn't go to the shelter again or end up euthanized.
Right.
Okay?
Because some shelters have a period of time that they hold for strays.
Yes,
And if
then
they're not claimed, then they kind of have to make selections, unfortunately. And I'd hate for your cat or dog to be one of them.
And if it's older, they're the first to go. Sadly. It is the truth, okay? We're spreading the truth. Also, it is the sad truth that some people, when they don't feel like, they're like, I don't want to take it to the shelter, but I don't want to find the owner. We don't have a choice when someone says they want to euthanize something. If we can't take it, which usually we can't because we're all struggling and we're all poor, we don't get paid enough, okay? We don't get paid enough.
And yet we do a lot of shit. I mean, a lot.
Yeah, we do a lot. We are everything.
Underappreciated field, that's for sure. If you want to feel underappreciated but appreciated at the same time, VetMed.
There will be a small handful of clients that appreciate everything that you do. They will worship the ground that you walk on. Everyone else will treat you like garbage.
Yep.
They don't want to pay for anything. They want to complain about how expensive everything is. We're not getting paid that much.
Also, y'all need to quit hitting people up off the clock about animal advice, like medical advice. Stop doing that.
Yeah, don't come in our comments. Don't go down there asking us questions. We're not going to answer them.
No.
I'm sorry. Call your local vet.
Man. I can't tell you how many people have messaged me privately for that shit. Like,
I get it too.
They want free medical advice. I'm like, I'm not a vet for one. For two, you should contact a clinic that's open, and if you don't know one, I'll gladly tell you. That's not a problem.
Yeah, tell us what area you're in, and we'll find you a clinic. Yeah. Okay. I don't care what state. Yeah. I don't care what state you're in. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. We got connections. Okay.
Yes. 2 phones.
The second advice on our little TED Talk: vaccinate your dogs. Parvo is a thing. Rabies is a thing. Everyone's like, I don't need to vaccinate my dog because it doesn't go outside. Your dog doesn't go pee? Your dog doesn't poop? You let it poop and pee in your house? That's gross, and that's no life for a dog.
Nope.
A dog should not be caged like that.
Leptospirosis.
Leptospirosis can be spread to you. Do you want to be in the hospital with failing kidneys and liver?
Wear gloves.
Wear gloves. If you're going to handle stray animals, wear gloves. Please. Don't be stupid.
Yeah. For sure.
Ringworm is a thing. Parvo is a thing. Distemper is a thing. Rabies is a
yeah.
thing.
There's a lot of things that humans can get from other animals that y'all don't know about. All know about.
But one thing that is not zoonotic, and if you don't know what zoonotic means, it means that multiple different mammals can get it, including humans, transferred from dog or cat to human. You cannot give your dog flu or other flu-like things.
Yeah. Oh, I see.
You cannot give your dog human flu. There is canine influenza, and they cannot give it to you, and you cannot give your flu to them. Okay? That's not how this works.
And you cannot get the parvo from your dogs.
And you cannot get parvo.
Your kids will not get it.
Some people look that up and they'll be like, I saw that my kids can... It's not the same. It's not the same. Stop looking on Google. Pay somebody real. Free is not always right.
Yep. They didn't go to school for 8 years for nothing, y'all. Come on.
Yeah, and I didn't spend the last, 8-9 years of my life learning all of this to give it to you for free.
For sure.
So, stop thinking that we're rich, too. We're not rich because we work in vet med. We are absolute dirt poor. We are the poorest people that you want. We are the poorest freaking medical field. It is sad. So sad.
CNAs make more money than we do. CNAs! And they clean old people's shit. And they make more money than me.
We have to...
What?
We draw blood from jugular veins on animals. Yeah, these. On your cat and your dog.
Yup.
We can place IV catheters.
And we put some fecal loops.
That's a little easier though.
Yeah.
It's just gonna that's just a little
Anal glands? Bro.
anal glands. Do you know how to express your dog's anal glands? Probably not. This is about it. Oh, this is the one. This is the one that's gonna send me over the edge. Learn to trim your freaking dog's nails. You want to complain about a $30 nail trim? Do it yourself.
You know why it's $30? Because your dog, Bobby Joe Lee, is being a freaking psychopath in the back. You got 5 bitches on top of him while one is trying to trim his nails. So yeah, that's why your thing was $30.
I actually have scars from nail trims. All of my scars that are on my arms are from nail trims. That one is included.
Gosh.
I have some on this arm, but you can't really see them on camera. Ruin my
dangerous.
tattoos, man.
It's like war back there sometimes, y'all.
We're bleeding and crying.
We're crying for medic. We need
I got
help.
poop
We're
in my
getting
pocket.
dragged.
I got poop on me. I got the poo on me. Yeah, we're dying, okay? The vet med field is a freaking dying practice right now. We are struggling.
We got a shortage on everything. Doctors, techs. I mean, it's ridiculous. Mainly doctors, though. We're so short-staffed, man, on those.
Because technicians come and go. Kennel workers come and go. Receptionists come and go. Because people get in and they're like, oh, I get to play with dogs all day.
Nope.
Someone lied to you.
We ain't playing with no damn dogs.
I don't lie to people no more. Whenever they start coming in a vet bed, I'm like, look, this is what you're going to have to deal with every day. Hope you're in it for the long haul, or just get out. If you're not going to do it, get out of here.
Yeah. Don't make it harder for everybody else around you. Just don't.
And to all of our coworkers that watch this, because I'm sure they'll be in the comments below talking, they're probably going to be like, preach, because you know what? Appreciate your technicians, appreciate your veterinary receptionists, appreciate your kennel workers, because when you're on vacation on Christmas, when you're on vacation on Easter, on New Year's, on Thanksgiving, they're there walking your dog and cleaning up its poop and feeding it and making sure that they're played with.
Yep.
And then the technicians are there making sure your dogs are getting its medications on time, making sure your diabetic dog is getting its insulin on time. So appreciate your vet med workers.
Yep.
I want to see in the comments everybody's talking about, I love my vet clinic. That's what I want to see.
And if you don't have a vet clinic and you have a pet,
you gotta
find one. Seriously.
You shoot us a comment. We will help you find one. We'll be looking through the reviews. We'll dig. I'll go on Indeed and I'll see what they got to say about that clinic on Indeed. I'll figure it out.
We'll hook you up.
We'll figure it out. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. But you said you have something. I'm scared. She's never brought a random topic to the podcast. So, co-host Terry on the scene.
Do you think that the moon landing was real? Why or why not?
Why have we not been back?
How do we know we haven't been back, though? How do we know that we haven't been back?
This is true.
We haven't really looked into it, and it doesn't go on the news like it should sometimes, honestly.
But why doesn't it?
I don't know. What do you think?
There's nothing on the news anymore about, like, space.
It's over dumb stuff, like politics.
It's all politics. It's all politics, you say?
No, the news at this point, I feel like they just try to scare people with stuff now.
They
like,
really
always
do.
trying to scare people about
I don't
something.
watch the news
Nothing
anymore.
ever really good pops up on the news anymore. It's all about, like, war and, you know, our president falling down the stairs and shit. Like, it's nothing ever about, like, something good going on in the world. You don't see it as much. You would think that you would want the good to outweigh the bad, right?
Mm-hmm.
No. But I think the moon landing was real. I do believe that it was real. Because if you try to deny the moon landing, in a way, I feel like then you're denying outer space. What? What's wrong?
So I decided to look at our local news just to see, like, what the top things were. The first one, did you know that the water park in this area is going to host the Olympic team trials?
Mm-hmm. I saw that this morning.
What? I didn't know that. That's kind of cool.
Y'all have fun.
Yeah, y'all have fun in that area, because I ain't going out there.
I heard the water park itself was his booty. Like, it was
I
garbage.
bet. Multi-million-dollar water park. And it's garbage.
Yeah.
And they put it in a garbage area, thinking that it was going to bring people in. I feel bad for the Olympians.
I don't know what they were thinking.
You know that area.
Yeah.
One killed,
God.
1 injured, domestic shooting. Bruh. You know what the next thing is? Man pleads guilty to killing a woman in front of his children. In front of her children.
Murder. It's all you see on the news is just death, people getting killed.
Another one.
Jesus.
And another death.
Why can't we just be chill, y'all? Like, why we gotta draw all guns and shoot folks? Like, why?
This is crazy, man.
Like, why do y'all feel like y'all
Why?
have to necessarily pull your guns out and start shooting? If you're gonna fight, like, fight with hands. Like, throw hands. Don't throw guns.
High-speed chase. What?
Oh, boy. Alabama's something now. I'll tell you what.
I didn't know that death by nitrogen gas was a sentence. You can elect that as a death
The gas
penalty?
chamber? Yeah.
I didn't know that was still a thing.
Yeah, it's still a thing.
So I know that we spiraled off of your topic.
We did. But it's okay. Like, we jumped onto a good one.
But
Prison.
I don't know. I don't believe that we landed on the moon.
Okay.
I don't know. I just don't, because, like, we don't talk about it anymore. We don't talk about it. We also don't talk about anything space related. So, like, what are we doing? What are we doing?
I think the government's trying to hide something. That's why.
Probably.
Like, why would we not want to talk about what's going on in outer space? Like, why would we not? It's so... it is beyond me that we don't talk about outer space enough. Either they are covering up something that's up there. It may not be real at all. But where are these pictures and these videos coming from? And like, the video where we crashed a camera into a meteor. Like that. I mean...
Was it real?
Well, you could question and ask if that was a real thing. You could question a lot of things about NASA in general because they've been caught red-handed faking some stuff. That's the problem. That's what scares me because I'm like, outer space is so beautiful and there's so much about it. But then in my mind, I'm like, if y'all faked that, then is outer space actually a real thing?
I was just about to say the same thing. What if outer space isn't real, bro?
That's what I'm afraid of.
What is out
like,
there?
These pictures and these videos of like these
is the
beautiful
moon?
planets.
What if
Then
we're
what the fuck is
What if
that?
we're in a dome?
Then what is the thing in the sky? What is the moon? Is that where the people are sitting watching us?
Oh God.
What if that's not the actual moon?
scared.
What if that's like someone sitting
You're
in there?
scaring me.
Like what if someone's actually sitting up on that? And
What if
it's
they're
not the
controlling
moon?
us? What if it's controlling like the day and the night? What if it's like
The moon controls the waves. The moon controls the freaking waves, bro. The way that the moon is controls the current and the waves. That's factually true.
That means all them witchy bitches that think about like the stars aligning and all that shit.
Constellations, baby.
That means that someone is controlling that. They're listening to you.
Dude, the constellations, how they're in shapes and they look like a bear and like the Sagittarius symbol and not the symbol but like the dude on the horse, like I can't remember what they're called. Half man, half
You're
horse,
blowing
basically.
my mind right now.
But the constellations, what if they're moving the stars, and portraying them as
It's
something?
all CGI. It's all fake. It's not real.
What about the planets?
What planet? We don't see.
What if
shit.
they're not real? What if they're actually a planet? What the hell then? What are shooting stars? What
Fake.
are those?
It's all fake,
But
bro.
like,
What if
where is it coming from?
It's a dome, and they're projecting shit that we want to see. Like they're.
Is that why they tell us not to shoot in the sky on 4th of July and like New Year's Eve because they don't want us to shoot somebody in the dome?
No. The whole reason that the bullet comes back down is because it hits the dome and it goes bing, pew.
Someone's gonna go in there and be like, actually, factually, scientifically, it's this.
Scientifically,
We're just
the
fucking
bullet
with y'all.
goes in the air and gravity brings it back down.
You can't have a weird podcast without talking about weird shit.
Exactly.
So,
But technically, this is not a weird podcast.
what about beards? I mean, beards. Birds. What about birds?
Are you thinking about Dylan right now?
I miss him. I miss you, buddy. Come back around.
he ain't
Birds.
I'm gonna bet money he ain't gonna watch this.
He's gonna watch it. Watch. He's gonna
He ain't
watch
gonna
it.
watch it. Only reason he watched the last episode is because I made him watch it.
All right, buddy. You gotta watch this next one. To
He
prove
ain't
it
watching
wrong.
this.
But birds. What are birds then?
What do you mean, what are birds? Birds land in front of us and we can see it.
But can we touch them?
Yes!
Have you ever touched a bird?
Yes! I've held a baby bird before.
How do you know it's a bird?
What do you mean?
How do you know that it is not? It is not a simulated bird. A bird that's in a simulation. What if it's a bird wearing an Oculus thingy? What if it's oh my god! What if it's a bird wearing an Oculus thingy, like the little headset? What if it's actually not a real bird? What if it's a glitch bird? Pigeons, for example.
Are you
They're
okay?
weird.
Are you
Pelicans, dude. You telling me that the way they like the beaks? Ain't nothing off to you about those?
There's a
How
lot.
the little flaps, like the little, they can like
there's a lot of
hold
things
so
that
much
are
in
off to me.
tiny, that big ass flap of theirs. They ain't a little sus to you?
It's like a pouch.
Yeah, they ain't a little sus to you?
You don't think it's weird that kangaroos have pouches?
Yeah, the ones that have pouches, like, what are you hiding from? What are you hiding us? What are you hiding? What are you hiding?
What are you hiding from us kangaroos?
Yeah, kangaroos. I know it's not just your baby in there. What's in there? Same thing with pelicans. Anything with a pouch. What are you hiding? What are you hiding? What are you trying to protect? Your child?
Oh my god.
I'm just kidding. I'm just fucking. But no.
Okay.
What about penguins? I've never seen a penguin that looks like the shit off of Happy Feet. I ain't never seen a penguin look like him before. Tall
which
as
one do you
fuck with a
mean?
bow tie feather.
Bow tie feather.
Happy Feet, the Happy Feet penguin. That tall ass one.
He just happened to have. It was a cartoon.
Who came up with the
You know what
idea?
you know what else I haven't seen? A sponge walk around with legs.
Exactly. And a starfish talking. And a squirrel in the sea with a dome.
Yeah.
And a Squidward.
Dude.
Swilliam?
Dude.
What?
What if we're in a dome underwater?
What the fuck would the water be on the ground? What would that be? Like the ocean?
There's water in the ocean on SpongeBob. The Goo Lagoon.
What if this is SpongeBob? What if we are SpongeBob characters?
We're getting way off subject here.
dandruff.
We should have named it a weird podcast. On to the next topic. We've been recording for quite a while now. We snowballed off of these subjects.
Yeah.
This was a good one. So the Discord did ask, would we rather have cake or pie, and why?
I'll fuck a pie up in a heartbeat, dude. I love pies. I don't know, they're just hot. Like, they physically are more hot than a cake is, in my opinion.
I like cold pies. Like lemon meringue pie, key lime pie,
Okay.
chocolate pie.
You like your chocolate pie cold? You don't want it hot? You don't want, like, scorching, melting hot chocolate pie?
I've never even heard of a hot chocolate pie.
You just make it hot. You just make a pie with chocolate in it and take that shit out the oven and eat it.
But I would...
Pecan pies are my shit.
I choose pie over cake.
Mm-hmm.
I love lemon meringue pie so much. I would marry it if it was a person. I don't, man or woman, I would marry that thing.
Cherry pies and pecan pies. Those are the two, like, those are my shits.
But with cakes, see, the problem with cakes is I feel like they're so hit or miss. Like, you either get it good, it's good, or it's adequate, or it's dry.
Yeah.
And I'm not a big icing fan, so, like, people love to, like, cake icing on cakes. That is the dumbest thing I've ever said in my life. Pile icing on cakes and, like, cupcakes.
Mm-hmm.
Because cupcakes are just mini cakes.
Sometimes the icing's too sweet, too.
Yeah, it is
Like, it
so
overpowers it.
sweet. I might as well dump a jar of sugar in my mouth. But with lemon meringue pie, it's so good. Okay, but that is all for this episode. And next time on episode 5, holy cow, episode 5. We're going to do rating, like we did the water, where we're going to actually taste and rate energy drinks in person. Fuck your Deer Park.
Mm-hmm.
If you haven't seen that episode, go check out episode 3, where we debate water rankings.
You like the shitty, so I don't want to hear nothing. The booty.
We had some comments on that. Did you see the
I
comments?
did.
Did you see all of them?
I did. I read them. I was like, I'm glad somebody sees what I see. Just slutty. Just da doo doo. Nasty. You basically like chemical water. You like kiddie pool water.
Never did I say that Dasani was my top, like, 1.
The fact that it's in the top 5,
Liquid
that was
Death.
the problem. That was the problem. You had it in top 5.
I was gonna move it to 6, but I didn't feel like moving them anymore. Okay?
I would have been fine. I would have been fine with it.
God.
I would have been really happy.
You know how much editing I had to do?
Oh, Blaze scared me. Oof. There's Blaze. Hi, Blaze. It'd be funny if you just took a I mean, it would be, but if you just took a shit on your bed right there, right now. You just turned around and went on the video.
Lazy.
He wouldn't do that, though.
But,
Hi,
we will be back with episode 5. We'll do the rate energy drinks. We're gonna buy 10.
Yeah.
We'll do 10 different energy drinks. But anyways, we'll be back with that. And we will do 2 truths and a lie. And also ask us questions. What is going on, guys? I apologize. Twice now the audio has messed up with this mic. I bumped it in the video. And then I just never messed with it. I didn't realize that it messed the audio up. So I'm just going to kind of replace the video because you couldn't really hear what we were saying. A couple of things have changed since we made that video. On episode 5, we're actually going to be doing some things a little different. It's not as planned in that video. It's been about a week since we recorded that one. And also, excuse my really crappy lighting right now. It's really bright outside. And it's coming through this window. But we plan on doing some little games and stuff on the podcast this time instead of doing the drink taste tester. We also realized we would be wasting a lot of drink doing that. So we're going to try something different. Also, I forgot what I was going to say. I had to edit out a lot of parts of the video because the video was over an hour long, and it took a lot of editing. It also takes a while for me to be able to upload videos, so I cut them down. If you guys want to see some of that content that we cut out, you can always drop a comment below. I'll make it into a different video. It might be a little shorter, but it'll be like a side video to the episode. I also have a couple of bloopers. I don't know what's going on with my voice. Anyways, I also have a couple of bloopers that I do want to edit into a blooper compilation for you guys to see some fun stuff. If you haven't already, go ahead and click the subscribe button down below. Click that bell so you get updates on when we post our videos. And go ahead and join our Discord. That's going to be in the description below. I can't think right now. I don't know. It's been a long day. And we have our TikTok channel and our Instagram, like we mentioned in the beginning of the video. We're trying to be more consistent on those so you guys get updates and, just, yeah. I did so good on the first recording and now it's crap. Also, our new goal is to be able to, travel and do live podcast videos for you guys. So help us get to 50 subscribers on YouTube. When we do that, we'll do more live videos. We'll also take you guys places. We plan hiking trips and stuff, and also we mentioned in this episode of the podcast that we wanted to travel to Savannah, Georgia, and stay in a haunted hotel and do a live podcast with you guys. I think that would be really cool. It's something that we look forward to doing, but we can't do that without you guys. So all the support is appreciated, and we love you guys. And shout out to all of my Martians in my Discord. You guys are amazing for sticking around, and everyone has been so great and supportive. So if you haven't already, go ahead and join that Discord and drop in and say hi. We'll all talk with you. And if you like playing video games, hit us up. We'll play some video games with you. And we will see you guys in the next episode.